So this one is pretty complicated. It is credit for twin prime, and for here I wrote 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I think 4, 5. Yeah, 5 functions to do all the kind of the stuff. Let me open the Illustrator page. Yeah, so for Illustrator 7, and it says there is like couple of requirements. Let's write it down here, and we're gonna go to here, and for our function here, I'm gonna minimize it. Okay. No. There you go. So let's begin for n. So for function p, I wrote the function which define that whether it is prime or not. And for TP, I wrote to define whether it is like a twin prime. If it is not, we just skip it. Yes. Yeah, let me explain that. So a equals to 0 because we're gonna use a for accounting, like, and I equals to n minus 1 for because we have to like make sure I is have to lower than n. And for here we define whether it is n, it is it is odd or even or not. If this even, we're gonna return false, and if we return false, we will end up the function immediately because it is not a prime. So here, while n bigger or equals to 1, or I bigger or equals to 1, while I equals to 1 or n equals 1, so n equals to 0, which means that the function, all the function here will only be run in only one time. And while a bigger than 1, which return false. If so yeah, previously I said a should be a scoreboard which counts if it is the yeah, if it is a prime or not. So I write a function, so n blah blah I equals 0 if it is true. I mean, if this function is true, it will add up a number, I mean add up a score. So which means, which returns to here, it will tell us like if it is the a bigger than 1, which means it's gonna be false because it's not prime. And if we just run the test again and again and again, and a is still 0, which it means our scoreboard is keeping 0, it means it is a prime, so we return true. Okay, so right here, yeah, so I, the function of I is just counts from n. Yeah, let's make an example. If n is like 100 and started here, we will start at 99, and it just like right here, it just counts like 100 over 99. If this equals to 0, it doesn't equals to 0. It doesn't equals to 0. So it will -1, and the scoreboard will return, which is A, remains 0, and I will be 99, 98, 97, 94. Oh, actually, right here we stop immediately because 100 is event, so it's maybe 99. So it will be 99. It will be 99 over 98 right here, and just keep going, and which will tell us whether it is a prime or not. So right here, TPN, so which tells us TPN, if it is true, it means it is a prime, and for here we're gonna know whether it is a twin prime or not. If it is it +2, it returns true, or -2 returns true, it's gonna be a twin prime. So we return two numbers. One is n, one is true. Otherwise, we return false. And if it is not a prime, it returns false as well. So for TPL, which means the function for TPL should be right here, number 2, which tells us the list. Yes, which gives us a list of function for the whole function above. Like, so the list will start at 5 and to 500, and which I make a scoreboard again, and right now the scoreboard should be B, and after B bigger than 5 or equals to 5, it will add up on list, which is called list. So, and B lower than 500 is if it's a requirement, and print and return and list and equals to TPL. And for here, for all in list, it is printing the question 7, so which we're gonna return in a moment. We're gonna discuss question 5 and question 6 first. So right now I write a B equals to 0, L2 equals to 0, and for the whole blah blah here, like for all the codes here, it's gonna tell us the if it is what's that called, palindromes. So which remains the same formation before forward and is backward. So I make a simulation. So for all lower than 10, it remains because the forward and the backward are the same, which 6 equals to 6, which it is a number of palindromes. And for here, if it is between 10 and 100, so which only has like 2 numbers at total. So that should be yeah, I wrote a function right here. The A will tell us whether the first number is, and C will tell us the second number is. So if A equals to C, we're gonna know L is our scoreboard and B is our scoreboard again. And yep. So for arrow B, yeah, it is for arrow B. Yeah, we're gonna use arrow B here, which tells us the answer for question 5 and question 6. And for question 7, we're gonna know what's the sum for all the numbering list. What's the sum for all reciprocals? So the function is really easy. You can just write a function like this and add up all the results, and you will get the final answers of the sum of all the results. And for question A, it's kind of complicated. I wrote like 2 days for this function. For question A, you're gonna know whether it is like 7 to 11 and 11 to 13 times 17. The hardest one for here is you have to know, like, because the twin number is not continually, so I wrote the function right here which detects if that is if that continues within like a twin number, which you see 7 times 11, but we know 7 and 11 are not a twin prime, so I wrote this function whether it detects whether it's a twin prime. If it is twin prime, we just times them together. If it's not, we save it, or save, for example, we save 7 if it is for times 11, like for let's make example again. So 11 and 13 are a pair of twin number, but 13 and 17 that's not. So I save 13, which is u equals to n, and wait some more seconds. Or the next turn comes, we detect 17 is our twin number again. 17 is our twin number, so so now we end up we times them up 13 and 17, which returns the odd function here. It will tells us whether it is kind of good or not. Maybe. Yep. I know for here it has like a more simple way to write this down. Just like maybe like we can pick up we can just directly pick it up from the list, which is like we can just end up this like W equals to like list 0 returns list. Oh my god. List 1, and it really still returns like the result, but I try to make the function more completely, because this one I think is not accurate. Yeah, you will make some mistakes probably. Yeah, so I wrote the whole function to if we does not print out the whole list, what should we do? Like, we can just add up the function from number the first question and second question, and we can detect it is if it's a twin number, if we should add them up or save them for some